We just got a new scene from the Minecraft movie at Minecraft Live, and we also got behind the scenes footage. If this video gets 10,000 likes, I'll actually watch the Minecraft movie. If it doesn't, I probably still will. Like anyways. But before that, this is what was announced at the event. Bedrock got hardcore mode, which, considering how broken Bedrock is, there are probably going to be a few issues with it. But I'm glad it's finally getting it after 13 years. They also finally added bundles, which have been in development for over 4 years. Minecraft is starting to sound like Valve with all of these delays. The bundle is mainly supposed to be an early game storage system, and it seems to be getting a lot of unnecessary hate. But I think it will be extremely useful because people like Gerg have complained that, oh, you really only need like a few inventory slots and like, when would your inventory ever be cluttered? All the time! I have never met a single person who hasn't had a cluttered inventory. If you do disagree, make sure to comment down below. Remember, I do try to reply to everyone's comments, well not reply, I kind of just read it and heart it, but still, I would like to see some of your opinions. They also added a new biome called the Pale Gardens. It's pretty much just a retextured dark oak forest but with white wood instead of brown wood. And it's supposed to be horror based. It seems that whenever Mojang runs out of ideas, they just make a new biome, like, you know, the new swamp one. What's it called? Like the mangrove forest? The cherry blossom biome? I mean, like, I'm not saying it's unnecessary, but there are other things to update, like the end, or, you know, maybe we could get like a space update, even though I doubt that's gonna happen. I always envisioned a beach update after the aquatic update came out, because I was kind of just like really unimaginative, and I'm like, what could they update next? Wait, beaches are next to oceans, why don't they update that? A brand new mob spawns in the biome called the Creaking. It's not controlled by itself, it's controlled by a creaking heart. I don't really know how that works. And you have to break it to kill the Creaking, which I think is a smart idea. Like, you're able to kill pretty much any mob in Minecraft, and obviously Mojang is trying to say like, oh, like, don't kill the warden, it's useless, and, you know, they just don't want people to be killing animals and mobs all the time. That's pretty much it for the game announcements, but finally, the movie. I'm not going to be doing a deep dive into what every prop means and how it could be used, because, to put it frankly, I really can't be bothered, and everyone else is probably going to make videos on it. In the behind-the-scenes footage, they stated that they made it live action because everyone else is making animated movies. Why don't we make it live action? I'm sorry, we all know that that is the biggest piece of garbage they have said this whole event. They made it live action so they could get big actors like Jack Black and Jason Momoa, which doesn't really make sense because this is a movie that you don't need publicity from famous celebrities for. It's about the biggest video game in the world. Like, what other publicity would you need? It would make more sense if they had actors nobody knew about, like, you know, in The Office. Yeah, there are a few actors nobody's heard about, well, at least I know. I'm not really big on celebrities or anything. I don't really think that Jack Black and Jason Momoa were very necessary. Some other people are saying that they made it live action because they don't have the budget to animate it, which I don't really think is true because Warner Bros. Started off as an animation company. You think they know how to animate stuff. I mean, it would involve a ton of, like, GFX and stuff. I'm sure they could have animated it, they just didn't choose to. One point that I would like to bring to the table is the Mario movie. You might not know where I'm going with this, but let me explain. Mario and Minecraft are two of the biggest video game franchises in the world, if not the biggest, and they've both had or are in the making of movies about them. But a little known fact is that the Mario movie has actually had 2 movies. The first one, which was live action, got 29% on Rotten Tomatoes. If you don't know how Rotten Tomatoes works, basically it's just where critics rate movies. It's kind of like IMDb. And 29% is a dreadful score. Like, anything lower than like 60% is an absolute failure. And it made $39 million in the box office. It actually lost money because it cost $42 million to make. And this was back in 1993 where Mario was the biggest he's ever been in the world. Everyone's heard about him. Everyone's talking about Mario. It's not like nobody bought Mario stuff. The Super Nintendo Entertainment System sold 49 million units and the Nintendo 64 32 million units. Now let's compare that to the newer animated Mario movie. It got 59% on the tomato meter, which really isn't good. But the audience rating was 95% verified hot, which basically means it's a verified pass, and made over $1 billion in the box office. $1 billion in the box office, that is absolutely amazing. Like, very little movies have ever achieved that. This isn't really that big of a claim, but like, it still proves that, you know, animated video game movies are way better than live-action video game movies. Anyways, here's the new scene we have from the Minecraft movie. Also, if you're watching this and the scene isn't there, it obviously got taken down, so I apologize for that in advance.
This is a crafting table. Here's how it works. You place these elements in different patterns, and you got yourself a sweet blade. You want to see a blade? I'll show you a blade. Yeah! Hammer. That's okay, bud. Buckets are useful here.
From this scene, we now know that the double bucket crafting recipe was actually a skit, and not the people working on the movies being really dumb and not knowing how crafting works. I feel pretty stupid for not seeing this one coming, but whatever, you know. You can't trust these big conglomerate movie corporations anyways. I like the idea how crafting works by slamming a hammer onto the crafting table, because it makes sense. There are hammer saws and scissors on the side of the crafting block texture, so why wouldn't they use it in the movie? As a child, I always wondered what the tools on the side of the crafting table were actually for, as they didn't do anything in Minecraft, but all these years later, I have realized that I was actually really stupid. I think I was analyzing this too deep because it's literally just a texture in a video game. To be completely honest, the movie is actually looking a lot better than I first expected. Like, I thought it was just gonna be a cash grab. It actually seems like they put some effort into it, like from the behind the scenes. I guess this kind of teaches us not to judge a book by its cover, but we're kind of still doing that as we don't actually know what it's gonna be like. It could still be garbage. We also know that the movie is most likely going to be a comedy from this scene, as you can see, like, a funny joke, but you never know. It could be an action movie with a few jokes in it, like the Avengers movies. You never know, we don't really know at the moment. If the movie is funny and all other aspects are absolute garbage, I'd still consider this a success. I mean, like, they obviously put a lot of work into it, and, like, this could actually be a parody movie, you know? You never know until we watch it. If you enjoy, check out this video where I explain how a Minecraft movie parody was removed from YouTube.